arbitral tribunal's decision on the Section 16 application by order dated 15/02/2024, the arbitral tribunal allowed the application under Section 16 and held that the arbitral proceedings against respondent numbers 2 and 3 are not maintainable. Stop. The reasoning of the arbitral tribunal is that in the absence of the notice invoking arbitration being served on respondent numbers 2 and 3, as well as considering that the High Court did not refer them to arbitration while allowing the Section 11 application, the arbitral tribunal cannot exercise jurisdiction over them. Stop. The arbitral tribunal also rejected the appellant's argument regarding its own competence to implead non-signatories as necessary parties by holding that there is no finding that respondent numbers 2 and 3 are essential for effective adjudication of disputes. Stop. Further, even Section 23 of the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008, read with Schedule 1, provides for arbitration between the LLP and its partners. Stop. Third, given the intertwined roles of the respondents, the absence of a separate notice under Section 21 being issued to them does not bar the appellant from impleading them in the arbitral claim, as they had constructive notice through respondent number 1, upon whom such notice was served. Stop. His submissions are as follows. Stop. First, this court's decision in Cox and Kings is not applicable to the facts of the case and has rightly been distinguished, as neither the arbitral tribunal nor the High Court have found that respondent numbers 2 and 3 are necessary parties for effective adjudication of disputes. Stop. Second, that respondent numbers 2 and 3 are bound by the arbitration agreement, as they are not parties to the same. Stop. Third, that the proceedings against respondent numbers 2 and 3 are contrary to principles of natural justice, as they were not served with any notice or impleaded in the Section 11 application. Stop. A plain reading of the provision shows that in the absence of an agreement between the parties, arbitral proceedings are deemed to have commenced when the respondent receives a request to refer disputes to arbitration. Stop. It is clear that Section 21 does not expressly mandate the claimant to send a notice invoking arbitration to the respondents. Stop. However, the provision necessarily mandates such notice, as its receipt by the respondent is required to commence arbitral proceedings unless the parties have mutually agreed on another date event for determining when the arbitral proceedings have commenced stop. It is clear that by fixing the date of commencement of arbitral proceedings by anchoring the same to a notice invoking arbitration, section 21 of the ACA fulfills various objects that are time related. Stop. The receipt of such notice is determinative of the limitation period for substantive disputes as well as the section 11 application and also the law applicable to the arbitration proceedings. Stop. At this point, it is important to note this court's decision in State of Goa versus Praveen Enterprises, wherein it was held that the claims and disputes raised in the notice under section 21 do not restrict and limit the claims that can be raised before the arbitral tribunal. Stop. The consequence of not raising a claim in the notice is only that the limitation period for such claim that is raised before the arbitral tribunal for the first time will be calculated differently vis-a-vis claims raised in the notice. Stop.